Hi, this is Sandy with Apollo Travel, and tonight is our very first Facebook Live event. Sorry to get started just a few seconds late, but we've had little technical difficulties. Today I have Tom Muldoon with MSC Cruises, and he's going to share with us more about MSC and the new ships that are coming out, specifically the MSC Seaside this December. Go ahead, Tom.
All right, thank you. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Facebook Live with Apollo Travel. My name is Tom Muldoon. I'm the Business Development Manager for MSC Cruises, and I'm here tonight to tell you all about MSC Cruises. You don't know enough about MSC Cruises. We're not the most famous cruise line in the world yet, but we soon will be. So what I want to talk to you about tonight is our past, our present, and our future, and we're going to talk about some of the new ships we have coming out, as well as some of the new ships we have coming into the port of Miami. So close by sailing for you. So with that, let's go ahead and get started with MSC Cruises. So here's a lot of things about MSC Cruises you probably didn't know. We are the world's largest privately held cruise line. You know, there's a couple of cruise lines out there that own all of the other cruise lines, but MSC Cruises is privately owned. We're owned by a family out of Italy, and we've been in business now for over 20 years. But we're just not that well known here in the U.S., which is why we're doing Facebook Live tonight, so you can learn more about MSC Cruises. You might not know this, but we are the market leader in Europe, South America, and South Africa. What that basically means is we carry more passengers in Europe, South America, and South Africa than any other cruise line out there. We're actually Swiss-based, and like I said, we are the fourth largest cruise line in the world. We currently operate 12 ships, with more ships coming online every single year for the next 9 years. One thing we love to brag about at MSC is the fact that we have the youngest cruise fleet at sea. What that means is, on average, our ships are younger than everybody else's ships. So the average age of our fleet is younger than everybody else's. And that's really important because having a younger fleet, we're able to add new technological advances onto our ships, more amenities that your clients love and that you love. And it just means overall that, that we're the youngest. So it's something that we love to brag about. Now, like I said, we're growing like crazy. We have 11 new ships coming into service by 2026, and we're going to talk about a few of those tonight. And right now, we carry about 1.7 million guests every single year on all of our different ships. By 2026, we'll be carrying close to 5 million guests a year, and hopefully, you'll be some of them. Okay, so what distinguishes an MSC cruise? Because we're not like our competition. We're not like any of the other ships that you may have sailed on out of Port Canaveral or even out of Miami or some of the other ports where ships sail from. Our ships are a little bit more Mediterranean. So we have the elegant side of the Mediterranean at MSC Cruises. On our ships, you'll discover the world's cultures, beauties, and tastes all year round. Our ships are ultra-modern. They're very elegantly designed. When you sail on an MSC ship, you'll just be blown away by how beautiful the ships are, the accommodations. We have award-winning entertainment also. Every single year in the cruise industry, MSC Cruises wins awards for our entertainment. We just won some awards last year in 2016, and we're sure to do it again in 2017. We have impeccable service, a high level of expertise in all the different areas on our ships, and we have ultimate partnerships with a lot of different companies to offer you some ultimate onboard experiences. So let's talk a little bit about the current fleet and the destinations that MSC Cruises currently goes to right now. So here are the current 12 ships that we operate. There are 3 classes of ships: the Lyrica class, the Musica class, and the Fantasia class. The Lyrica class is the oldest of our ships, but they're not really old. The oldest one is built in 2002. And as a matter of fact, a couple of years ago, we took all of the Lyrica class and we cut them in half, and we actually extended them and made them a little bit larger, as well as refurbished them completely. So they are beautiful ships. These ships sail in such destinations as Europe, Northern Europe, South America, and Africa. The Musica class is our second class of ships. These are just a little bit larger. These will hold roughly 3,000 passengers with the Musica class. And then our newest class of ships is the Fantasia class. Many of you may have sailed on the MSC Divina, which sails out of Miami, and she is part of the Fantasia class as well. She was only built back in 2012, so she's a fairly new ship as well. MSC Cruises sails to over 150 of the most popular cruise destinations in the world. We sail in the eastern and western Mediterranean. We sail in Northern Europe. We sail in Dubai. We have a ship that goes out of China and sails and does 3- and 4-night cruises to Japan. We offer some shorter sailings in South Africa. We do longer sailings, 7, 8 night cruises down in South America. And of course, we're all over the Caribbean. We have ships that sail out of Miami. We have ships that sail out of Cuba. We also have ships that sail out of Martinique that do some beautiful itineraries down into the deep southern Caribbean. So basically, we sail in all parts of the world, and as we expand and grow, you'll see more and more destinations that MSC Cruises will go to that you're going to love. So these are some typical destinations that we do out of Miami on the MSC Divina currently. She does 7-night cruises out of Miami. She departs every Saturday, and she does Eastern and Western Caribbean sailings. So most of the Eastern Caribbean sailings include Nassau, San Juan, and St. Martin. Our Western Caribbean sailings include Nassau, Jamaica, Georgetown, which is in the Cayman Islands, as well as Cozumel. So these are our typical 7-night sailings that we do every single Saturday out of Miami. Now the Divina also does some incredible longer sailings, and these are typically during the winter time. So starting in December of this year, we'll be doing some longer 10 and 11 night sailings out of Miami down to such destinations as St. John's, Barbados, Martinique, Tortola, the Dominican Republic, and Aruba and Curacao. So we're going to be doing some longer sailings, and those will be taking place in December, January, and February of 2018. Now, like I said, MSC Cruises is a leading cruise line in Europe, so we do a lot of other destinations. We do the Eastern and Western Mediterranean sailings. You can sail out of Barcelona or Genoa, hit Naples. We do, I'm not showing all the itineraries that we offer, but we do Naples, we do Rome, we do Sicily, we go into the Greek Isles, we go into Croatia, sailing out of Venice, a lot of different destinations in Greece. So just some beautiful cruises that we offer in case you want to do something a little bit different than outside the Caribbean. Northern Europe also is a huge destination for us. We sail out of such ports as Kiel, Copenhagen, Stockholm, and Warnemund, Germany. And you can see these different itineraries that we do in the Baltic areas, all the way over to St. Petersburg and Helsinki. So just some beautiful itineraries that we do typically in the summertime. And I also mentioned we do some cruises out of Martinique. So you can see this awesome itinerary that we do out of Martinique. We do a lot of different islands down there, Guadeloupe, Antigua, Barbuda, into St. Martin, St. Kitts and Nevis, and also down to the Grenadines with St. Vincent as well. So just some awesome destinations that you can go to with MSC Cruises. We also do a lot of exotic voyages. This is just one of them that goes out of Venice and ends up down in Durban, South Africa. So it's an incredible itinerary, hits Greece, goes into Crete, transits the Suez Canal, which is awesome, and then down into the Seychelles before ending up in South Africa. And then in South Africa, we do shorter 3, 4, and 5 night cruises as well. Now, a lot of you, you may have never done a transatlantic sailing. Transatlantic sailings with MSC are awesome. The great thing about transatlantics you may not even realize is our transatlantics are typically 20 to 22 days long, and you might think, wow, a 22-day cruise is going to cost a lot of money. Transatlantic sailings are actually some of the least expensive sailings because not a lot of people can get away for 20 nights. So this is one that we offer on the MSC Divina. It leaves out on March 8th of 2018, goes out of Miami, hits New York, down into Bermuda, cuts across, hits the Azores, Portugal, comes in through the Strait of Gibraltar, goes into Spain, France, and ends up in Italy. So just a beautiful, awesome itinerary that we offer there. And these are very, very inexpensive. Price per day are going to be less than 3, 4, or 7 night sailings. Now, like I said, MSC is growing like crazy. We've got a lot of new itineraries coming online and a lot of new ships. So let's talk about a few of those ships right now. We have 3 new classes of ships that are coming online in the coming years. We have the Meraviglia and Meraviglia Plus class ships where we're going to build 4 of those. We have the Seaside class of ships where we have 3 of those. And we have a brand new class of ship called the World class ships that will be debuting in 2022. They'll be our largest ships ever for MSC Cruises. Those will be in excess of 200,000 gross tons. So 11 brand new ships coming online between now and 2026. The Meraviglia and Meraviglia Plus class ships, we're going to have 4 of those. And let's just take a look at those. These are mock-up drawings because the ship is currently being built right now. It doesn't debut until June of this year, so just a couple of months away. You can see just a very beautiful, elegant ship. incredible, a lot of deck area, beautiful restaurants that we'll have on board. We will have main and late seating for dining, so traditional dining, but then a lot of other restaurants on board our ships for all different tastes. We have a great partnership with Cirque du Soleil on the Meraviglia. What we're doing is we co-designed a $22 million theater on the Meraviglia with Cirque du Soleil, specially designed with Cirque du Soleil on all 4 of the Meraviglia and Meraviglia Plus class ships. So we'll do 7 Cirque du Soleil shows on every single, or 6 Cirque du Soleil shows on every 7-night sailing. Now the one we're really excited about is the Seaside. The Seaside is going to be coming into Miami in December of this year, December 2017. And so here's a quick video on the Seaside. All right, so that's the MSC Seaside. Now here's some awesome things about the ship that you may not have gotten just from that quick video. First of all, if you look in the top left-hand corner, that's a picture of the ship from the outside. So a very, very unique design of the ship. She has 5 different pool areas. If you look here in the middle picture to the right, those are glass walkways. So either side of the ship, there are huge glass walkways that are extended out from the side of the ship. So when you walk down the glass walkway and look down, you're basically looking at the ocean. So it's just awesome. The ship also, from the rear, looks like a Miami condo, and that is specifically designed that way. There's 14 suites in the back with a panoramic elevator that runs right down the middle of those suites. But I think the most interesting thing about the ship is the fact that the promenade deck runs around on deck 7 of the ship. Now there's only a couple of decks until you hit the water, because there are other decks below the water line where we have crew cabins and things like that. So the whole idea is that the Seaside brings our guests closer to the ocean. The promenade goes completely around the ship. We offer different dining outdoors. You have the pool in the back. Again, very, very close to the ocean. Every other cruise ship out there has the promenade way up on deck 10 or 12. We have it down on deck 7, brings our guests much closer to the ocean. The ship's going to have some incredible things for kids to do. It's got the aqua park on top. It has the longest zip line at sea at 425 feet. That'll zip along the length of the ship on top, or half the length of the ship. So she's just going to be a beautifully designed ship when she comes out, very unique, and the newest ship in the world when she debuts in December of this year. Now, starting in November of next year, we will open up our private island down in the Bahamas. It's called Ocean Key. It's the Ocean Key Marine Reserve. Important things about this are that if you look at the picture, you'll notice that the ship is not anchored out in the ocean tendering passengers in. We actually are building a dock so the ship will dock right at Ocean Key. That's really important too, because sometimes the seas are rough, and with other cruise lines that have these out-island experiences for you, the seas are rough and they have to take tender boats in, and sometimes the seas are just too rough to bring passengers off the ship onto the island. So having the ship docked right at the island ensures that we will get onto Ocean Key every single cruise. The island itself is 95 acres. There's 11,000 feet of pristine beaches. If you're interested in where it's located, it's only 65 miles east of Miami, so it's on the western side of the Bahamas, but very, very close by. I mentioned the pier that's right on the seafront. Really cool thing about the ship is that, and the itinerary, is that the ship will actually get there in the morning. You'll be able to go out, enjoy all the different things on board the island. So there'll be snorkeling and jet skis and sailboats. You'll be able to swim and get sun. There's restaurants. There's different bars available. There's a huge amphitheater where at night we'll do different shows there. Our yacht club guests, and we'll talk about yacht club in a couple minutes, they have their own private area of the island as well. So we cater to them also. But the island itself will also have a huge zip line. But going back to the itinerary a little bit, the ship will stay there until 12 o'clock at night. So it'll give you and your friends time to enjoy the island during the day, go back on the ship, maybe change clothes, eat, do whatever you want, and then come back on the island at night, enjoy all the nightlife that we're going to offer on Ocean Key. And one incredible thing is that the casino will remain open while the ship is docked at Ocean Key. So if you really don't want to go back to the island, you'll have plenty of entertainment on board the ship, including the casino being open. So it's going to be awesome, and that's going to debut with us in November of 2018, and the ship will actually start going there. We will drop Nassau as a destination, and we will pick up Ocean Key in November of 2018. We have this new class of ship coming out in 2022. This is the World Class. These are just drawings of it, but just look how incredible it looks. Very innovative design, something completely different in the cruise industry. And again, these are going to come out in 2022 starting out. So we've got a lot of different unique offerings with MSC. And when you book a cabin at MSC, things are a little bit different than they are with other cruise lines. And let me explain this to you. We offer different experiences for our guests. So the basic experience is called the Bella experience. So if you book a Bella cabin, it's like you booking a cabin maybe 25 years ago in the cruise industry. You're booking your cabin, you get your cabin, you get to enjoy all the free entertainment on board, and that's pretty much it. It's a la carte, so you don't get anything extra with it. It's just basically your cabin and then everything that the ship has to offer. The Fantastica experience, I think, is the best experience to book for people who are on a budget. The reason is that the Fantastica experience is typically only about $50 to $70 more per person than the Bella. What you get with the Fantastica experience is a little bit better cabin location than the Bella. You also get 12 free drinks per person with the Fantastica experience. That's really important. You know, if you've ever been on a cruise, you know how expensive drinks are. So right off the bat, the fact you get 12 free drinks included with it already makes it a better value than the Bella. Plus, you also get priority choice of dining. So if you request main dining, you get main dining. If you request late dining, you automatically get it. With the Bella experience, it's on a request basis only. So if you request Bella and you have main dining, you may or may not get main dining. It just depends on the availability once the ship is full. So the Fantastica experience for those on a budget, I think, is the best thing. You also get free room service delivery from 6 o'clock until 6 a.m. until 11 p.m. at night, free breakfast in bed. You get 50% off all your fitness classes. So it's and one other thing for the kids. if you book the Fantastic Experience or better, your kids get to participate in Master Chef and language classes with all of the other children on board the ship. So it's a really great experience for the kids. MSC is a little bit different in our clientele. So we have, besides having Americans on board our ships, we have Europeans and people from other destinations from around the world. So with these language classes, the kids get to hang out and participate and meet kids from other cultures, other countries, and it's really a great learning experience for them. Now, those that book balconies and suites can take part in the Aria experience. Best thing about the Aria experience is that all your drinks are included in what you pay for right up front. So it includes a full drink package for your client, for you, if you're booking in the Aria experience. It also includes a free spa package. We have some different products that are included with that as well, private sun deck access, and priority boarding and embarkation and disembarkation. For those of you that like to stay fit on a cruise, we have the wellness experience. So you can book a wellness experience for yourself. And what we do is, when you get on board, you meet with one of our medical personnel. They'll weigh you. They'll take your blood pressure. They will prick your finger and do a lipid screening for you. They'll check your cholesterol. And then what they do is they design an experience for you while you're on board as far as exercise and food. So I always joke it's for those people who don't like to have any fun on a cruise, but in actuality, if you want to stay fit and healthy, you book the wellness experience and we'll help you do that while you're on board a sailing. It's tough when you have all that food to stay physically fit, but we offer it on MSC. For those that like to be pampered completely, we have the MSC Yacht Club. The Yacht Club is basically a bank of, depending on the ship, between 69 and 95 suites right up in the very front of the ship. First of all, it's key card access only, so not anybody can just walk into the Yacht Club. You have to be booked into a Yacht Club stateroom. You have special key card access. We have 24-hour butler service, 24-hour concierge service. So if you want to make some reservations for shore excursions, if you haven't already done that, the concierge will take care of that for you. You want to eat in a specialty restaurant and make reservations, the concierge takes care of all that for you. When you board the ship, when you basically pull up to the terminal for the first time and you're right in front of our ship before you ever get on board, there's a whole separate area set up just for the Yacht Club. So the butlers come right out to your transportation. They greet you. They take your bags. If there's a line waiting to get into the terminal, they walk you right past that line. They take you right to a special terminal inside, or a special desk inside the terminal. They check you in and bring you right on board the ship. The butler will even unpack your luggage for you if you want. So it's just awesome. All your drinks are included with the Yacht Club throughout the ship. Plus you get a mini bar in your cabin, and the drinks are included in that as well. We have a private restaurant just for those in the Yacht Club, and it's anytime dining, so they don't have to be stuck with a 6:30 or an 8:30 dining as far as dinner goes. They can eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner at their leisure whenever they want. Cool feature about the Yacht Club is it's right in the front of the ship, and it's got what we call the top sail lounge. This is a great spot to have a drink and watch the views when the ship is sailing into port. It's up on a very, very high deck, so you sail into port. You get basically the same view as the captain as you're sailing into and out of port. So it's a great spot to just kick back, relax, have a drink, enjoy some music, and watch the ship and the ocean as we sail in and out of different ports. We also offer some other things with the Yacht Club. The cabins themselves are beautiful. The bathrooms have marble. The sheets are Egyptian cotton sheets with a high thread count, so they're very soft. You can actually have a pillow menu. So if you want a soft pillow, you can do that, a soft, medium, or a hard pillow, whatever you like. It's all catered to the Yacht Club. And one other thing, you know that when you sail on any cruise ship, those days that you're at sea, you know how busy it can be by the pool. If you don't get out there at 8 o'clock in the morning, you may not even get a deck chair. But with the Yacht Club, it's got its own deck space. So up on the very top of the ship, they have their own pool, their own deck space. It's never crowded. There's always a lot of space. So, if you want to be pampered, you want to be treated right, you can book the Yacht Club with us, and we will definitely take care of you. Now, what I want to tell you about is the greatest program that I think MSC offers, and this is called the Status Match Program. I'll be completely honest with you. We are not that well known here in the U.S., so we do some different things to get clients on board our ships. Currently, right now, our pricing is a little bit lower than all of the other mass cruise lines. You might think, boy, that price seems a little bit low. What kind of product am I going to get? What kind of cruise experience am I going to have with a price that's so low? Well, the fact of the matter is that not being so well known here in the U.S., we have to have our pricing a little bit lower to basically bring customers on board our ships because we're just not that well known. The Status Match program is another thing that we offer that will help you come over and cruise with MSC. So the whole Status Match program is this. Let's say you are a top-level member with XYZ Cruise Line, and you've cruised with that cruise line 10 times, and they pamper you because you're loyal to them. What you do is you want to sail with MSC, you go to Apollo Travel, you show them that you're top level with that other cruise line, whether you have a card or whether you have a statement from them, whatever it is, you show that you're that level with that different cruise line. What they'll do is they'll send that information to us, and what we'll do is we'll match you up with our top level program. So whether you're silver, gold, platinum, whatever it is with the other cruise line, we'll match you up with the comparable one on our cruise line, and for your first cruise you're going to get all of those different perks you would get as if you had sailed with us a number of different times. So it's really a great program. We call it Status Match, and not only does it match other cruise lines, but it matches hotels. So if you are a Marriott Points member or a Hilton Honors member, we match that. If you do land packages such as Sandals and you've attained some certain status with Sandals or any other land package type of vacation, we'll match those as well. So we'll match those up with our program. So it's really a great way to experience MSC and get pampered on your very first cruise. Now we also offer a lot of different discounts. Some of our best discounts that we offer are for the military and for civil servants. So you book a balcony or higher stateroom, you're going to get a minimum of a 10% discount. You book an inside or an ocean view stateroom, you'll get a 5% discount. You're able to book multiple staterooms and apply this discount to other family members. One great thing about the military, you know that at any time you could possibly be deployed. And if you have a cruise booked and you're paid in full and you're getting ready to go and all of a sudden somebody in your family that's cruising gets deployed, well, we offer 100% future cruise credit for that. So you're not going to lose out on your money. You'll be able to get a future cruise credit so that when that person comes back, you're able to actually come back and cruise with us. And remember, kids sail free with us, and we'll talk a little bit about that in a minute. The civil servant discount also applies to teachers, firefighters, police officers, and other government officials. So always make sure that when you're booking with Apollo Travel that you let them know if you are military, retired military, or are a civil servant and a teacher, firefighter, police officer, or other type of government official. MSC also offers some great wedding packages. So if you want to have your wedding on board an MSC cruise, you can do that. We do vow renewals on board our ships. You get a lot of different amenities to that for that. So keep that in mind if you're planning to renew your vows or get married. We'd love to have you on board our ships. Now we've got some great specials right now that we can offer you. So if you'd like to book, keep in mind these specials are expiring on May 31st. So call your Apollo Travel agent right away and book before these specials run out. So currently on the MSC Divina that does the sailings to the Caribbean out of Miami, and also all of our European sailings for 2017 and 18, we're running 2-for-1 pricing. The prices start at $3.99 per person. We're doing $99 deposits right now, so there's not much money that you have to actually put down, $99 per person, and this again expires on May 31st. Now the Seaside, our newest ship coming out in December that will be down in Miami replacing the Divina, she's got her own set of specials. So you book an inside stateroom, you get a $50 shipboard credit. You book an ocean view stateroom, you get the $50 shipboard credit plus a surfer Wi-Fi package, which gives you free Wi-Fi on board our ships. You book a balcony stateroom, you get the $50 credit, the surfer Wi-Fi package, and the mealtime drink package. What that is that at mealtime, whether you're in the buffet or in one of the restaurants for lunch or dinner, you get unlimited beer and wine while you are having lunch, either again in the buffet or any of the restaurants. Now, if you book a suite or up in the yacht club, your shipboard credit increases up to $150. You still get the surfer Wi-Fi package. We don't offer the mealtime drink package because you're already getting all-inclusive drinks by booking a suite or the yacht club. The rates on the Seaside starting out at $549 per person. Again, we're doing the $99 per person deposits, and that's going to expire on May 31st. And don't forget, kids sail free on most sailings. Basically what that means is children age 11 and below sail free on almost all of our sailings. There's a couple sailings out there where it's not offered, but most of the sailings we offer it. So they'll only pay government taxes and fees. That's going to run anywhere between $99 and roughly $130 approximately. But other than that, there's no cruise fare involved for the kids. So book your family on board MSC Cruises. Come out and sail with us, and you and your family will have a great time sailing with MSC. So we like to say, fall in love with MSC. Once you cruise with us, you'll definitely be coming back. So thank you so much for your time tonight. As far as the presentation goes, we want to open it up to see if there's any questions anybody out there has on Facebook that we can answer for you. And we'll go from there. So hopefully we have some questions out there.
Okay. Our first question was from Mark Beatty, and he was asking about he's Crown and Anchor with Royal Caribbean, and I believe you answered that. Yes, it does come over to MSC. So you do the matching there.
It does. And keep in mind, sometimes it gets a little confusing that we don't actually do the same thing that we don't offer them the same thing that Royal Caribbean would offer, but we match them up with our program, and then we give them the amenities that we offer to our guests in our repeat passenger program. Ours is called the MSC Voyagers Club.
Okay. And Bruce caller has asked if the private deck space kid-free.
The private deck space is not kid-free. Children are able to be booked into the yacht club area, but the number of times that I've been on MSC during a sailing, kids are very few and far between. Typically, kids during the daytime are in the different kids programs that we offer. We do offer 5 different levels of children's programs, and they're there with all the other children having a great time. I mean, there are some kids that can be up on the deck area, but it's not overrun with kids, so make sure that we clarify that.
Okay. And Lisa Rich is asking, where does it go for $549 and how many days?
Great question, and I didn't really include that in the slide. I kind of left that out. The Seaside is going to be doing 7-night Eastern and Western Caribbean sailings. The Eastern Caribbean sailings currently are going to be Nassau, San Juan, and St. Martin. The Western Caribbean sailings are in Nassau, Ocho Rios, Grand Cayman, and Cozumel. And then in November of 2018, we drop Nassau on both the Eastern and Western Caribbean sailings, and we add in our Ocean Key Marine Reserve, which is our brand new private island that we talked a little bit about.
Okay. And let's see here. Casey Hawkins had asked about teachers being civil servants. So,
Teachers are civil servants, and they do get the discounts that we offer.
okay. And Lisa Rich wants to know, how do they sign up? Wow.
Well, to sign up, you would contact Apollo Travel, of course. They can call 321-729-8899, or maybe they already work with Apollo Travel and have their own specific agent with Apollo Travel, and in that case, they would know their phone number. Just want to mention Apollo Travel. I've been in the industry a long time. I worked with a number of different cruise lines going all the way back to 1990, and I've been working with Apollo Travel probably since about 1993. So they're a great company. They've always been a big supporter of every cruise line I've worked with, and they're a big supporter of really all cruise lines and all vacation packages. So they're an excellent, reputable cruise line here in Melbourne, Florida, and I would recommend them to anybody.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Let's see here. Now, Nadia Lanza has asked, how many can be in a balcony cabin or any cabin? What's your maximum?
Okay, so the maximum that we offer in any cabin is going to be 5 people, but the majority of cabins will hold up to 4.
Okay.
So typically, most cabins will hold up to 4, some will hold 5. Now we do have on the Seaside and on the new have family suites available, and what they are is it's either 2 or 3 cabins that are interconnecting. And you can put up to 10 people in those 3 cabins. So if you have a large family, you basically open the doors in between the cabins, and there's doors on either side of the middle cabin, and it's like having one huge big suite. So those are called our family accommodations.
Okay. And let's see here. Lisa Martinez is asking, what age for kids that sail free? I know most of them are 11, but I saw some of the ones that we have groups on are 17 and under.
Well, for sailing free, it would be 11 under on most sailings, and then some of our European sailings also have 12 and under. Kids are considered kids at 17 and under, but to sail free, typically it is 11 and under here in the U.S.
Okay. And Mark Beatty's asking about cruising. You said that you cruise out of St. Martin as a starting point. Is that
No, we have one ship that cruises out of Martinique.
Martinique?
Martinique, yes. We do hit St. Martin on a number of our different sailings, include the Eastern Caribbean sailings out of Miami. But as far as actually sailing out of St. Martin, we do not sail out of St. Martin.
Okay.
Yet.
Yeah.
You never know.
Okay, Annette Avila, she wants to know, do you have cabins for single travelers?
We do, and a lot of other vacation packages out there or cruise lines may sell those single cabins at 200%. We sell them at 180% of the value. We don't actually have single staterooms yet, but we have new ships coming out, and you can bet that that's going to be something that we'll be looking into in the future, for sure.
And Lisa's Rich is asking, are we open now? We can be. We're here. We're located at 1103 West Hibiscus Boulevard, and we are a brick and mortar location. You can call us at 321-729-8899. And our email, of course, you can get us at any time at info@myapollotravel.com. So, do we have any more questions out there? And
you can also contact any of our Apollo Travel agents
yes,
too.
if you work with any Apollo travel agent, you can contact them about the MSC and MSC Seaside and any of this information that we were sharing tonight. You just contact them directly. We also have agents in several different locations. So if you're in North Carolina, Atlanta, Georgia, Orlando, Florida, or Melbourne, Florida, Savannah, Georgia. So look us up on the web, www.myapollotravel.com, and our agents will be there. All right, I don't have any more questions. We do have some groups that we took out on the MSC Seaside, and I will be posting those up on our Facebook in January. In February, we have spring break cruise in March, and in April. I'm sorry, no, not April, May. So.
And keep in mind, if you book into a group, you're going to get the lowest rates out there. Our group rates are going to be always lower than if you were to book individually by yourself. And plus, you may get some other amenities as well. You just never know what's offered with groups, but you will definitely get the lowest price out there for you, for yourself.
Okay.
Well, thank you, Tom. We appreciate that for you coming over here. I'm Helen with Apollo Travel. I'm the behind-the-scenes camera person today. And another of our in-house agent is Jenny. Hey, Jenny. But thank you so much for a wonderful presentation. And give us a call, everyone. And we'll put you on the seaside. Bye.
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 Have a good night.